to Make UK, particularly the Make UK robot cell. I'm Gordon Thompson, I'm the technology skills lead here at Make UK. What I'm going to talk about today, or this brief session today, is a basic intro to fault finding, a bit of fault diagnosis. I've already made the cell secure. I've already done some very initial investigation to understand what the fault is, but now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get down to not just locating the fault, but I'm actually going to get down to what the root cause of the problem is. It's a technique called the 5 whys. This was developed back in the 30s by the then owner of now Toyota and became more widespread use in industry in the 70s and 80s. So the 5 whys are very simple to use. You find the fault, you ask why has that happened? And you keep drilling down asking those 5 whys till you finally get to the root cause of the problem. Because ultimately, that's the key thing, that's what you need to fix. If you don't fix that root cause, then that problem is going to keep reoccurring and occurring and occurring, and it will affect production. Okay, so what we're going to have a look at here is a practical example of the 5 whys in action. We're back to the problem where the robot cell has stopped working, it's not working as it should, and by analysing the data on the HMIs and other bits and pieces that we've got access to, we can find out that it's one of the electrical sensors, the photoelectric sensors, which isn't getting a signal. So what we've done is we've shut the cell down, we've opened it, locked it all out so it is safe to come in here and work, and we've found out that it is this photoelectric cell down here which is causing the problem. Having looked at the cell, I can see that it's got a green power light on it, so I know the cell itself is receiving power. What should also be getting is an amber light next to it, which tells me it's getting a signal back from its reflective plate. When I look across at where the photoelectric cell is pointing, I can see that the reflective plate has moved. So, first question I'm going to ask is, why? Why am I not getting a signal? The plate's moved. Second why has the plate moved? Now, because of the location of the plate, I know that it's not part of something that's moved on the production line which has moved it. When I actually put my hand on the plate to move it, I can find that it moves fairly easily. So the problem there is not just the fact somebody's gone past it, it's moving easily. Ask the question why. Why is it moving easily? Because it hasn't been fitted or tightened correctly. So the solution now is to tighten it correctly. So the first thing I'm going to do is reposition it, make sure I've got a sensor here, sensor light here, which I now have. If I put my hand in the way, it interrupts it, so I know the sensor is working. The next thing I'm going to do is tighten that back up again, make sure it's secure. The additional thing I'm going to do is make people more aware of where that reflector plate is for anybody who works there in the future. Everything's now secure. I'm going to go back out, make the cell ready to use, and do a full functional test to make sure it works as it should. So that's a really simple example to talk through of how to use the 5 whys to actually get to the root cause of the problem. The root cause was that's not tight. If I tighten that up, the chances are that's not going to happen again, and that solved my problem in the long run. I hope that's made sense. I hope that's a clear enough example. Many thanks for your time.